Good evening, the great people of Ambazonia. Shake, shake, day. Good evening to you all, our loving, courageous, and defiant people. The colonial dictator of La République du Cameroun, the manufacturer of death and terrorism, Mr. Paul Biya, has finally declared the state of Cameroun bankrupt. Next, Mr. Biya has also turned the Cameroon presidency as a pornographic studio. We'll talk more about that. Let's get started. On Monday, January the 8th, the colonial dictator of La République du Cameroun, Mr. Paul Biya, sent a bill to the rubber-stamped parliament, informing them that the Cameroon state is now bankrupt and they have no cash, no funds to be able to hold municipal, parliamentary, and regional elections in 2025. Here is what they say. Let's just read it from the text. The bill was submitted by the Presidency of the Republic to the government, justifying the extension of elections during a cabinet meeting on Monday, citing budget constraints as the primary reason for the extension of elections. Organizing 4 elections next year, the municipal election, regional, legislative, and presidential election, is deemed to be financially unfeasible. We had promised the Ambazonian people, we had promised the world, we had promised Cameroon, we promised Mr. Biya that the strategy, the Ambazonian liberation strategy laid out by the Ambazonia Governing Council will achieve our objective. First, the strategy of self-defense will make the Ambazonia territory ungovernable for Cameroon's occupation. 2, we will massively increase the cost of occupation that occupational governance becomes unbearable. 3, we will increase economic sabotage to stop all economic exploitation. And number 4, to render the state of Cameroon bankrupt. To render the state of Cameroon bankrupt. Today, it's not the IMF coming to tell you that Cameroon is bankrupt. Today, it's not the World Bank coming to tell you that Cameroon is bankrupt. Today, it's not Tapang Ivo coming to tell you that Cameroon is bankrupt. It's not the International Crisis Group coming to tell you that Cameroon is bankrupt. It's not even the African Development Bank coming to tell you that Cameroon is bankrupt. It is Mr. Biya the manufacturer of death, the manufacturer of terrorism, and the manufacturer of genocide. Coming to tell you, Cameroon is broke. This is what you call a victory by the Amazonian people. This is what is called victory. This is how you defeat these primitive cage monsters. As you also know, it's a video that has been circulating on social media. Coming from where? Coming from the Cameroun Presidency. It's a video that has been circulating on social media. Coming directly from the presidential palace. What is that video about? The video is about Mr. Biya's daughter, Brenda. Mr. Biya has turned the presidency of Cameroon to become a pornographic palace. Mr. Biya has turned the presidency of Cameroon to become a place where they make porn movies. Where they do drugs. Madame Chantal Biya is busy with other women. Madame Brenda is busy eating beans. Most of you must have recalled, in Cameroon, anything LGBTQ is banned. Being a lesbian in Cameroon is banned. Being gay is banned. Any form of a relationship that is not between a man and a woman is banned in Cameroon. Many Camerooners have been murdered. They have been tortured. Women have been tortured. Women have been murdered because they dare to show their affection for other women. Men have been murdered, tortured, sent to jail because they dare to declare themselves as transgenders or that they have affection for other men or they are cross dressers. What will now become of Brenda Biya if other Camerooners have been killed by the bees, tortured by the bees, the gendarme, the police, and the army for simply walking on the streets of Cameroon and holding hands as lesbians or members of the LGBTQ? What will now happen to Brenda Biya, the president of Mr. Paul Biya? What should happen to Brenda? That now has videos in the public of eating another woman's ass. That now has videos in the public of displaying public affection, making out with another woman. What should happen to Brenda Biya? Should Brenda also be killed? Should Brenda also be tortured? Should Brenda also go to jail? Because those are the rules set in place by Mr. Biya. Those are the laws enacted by Mr. Biya. Mr. Biya set the rules. If other Camerooners have been killed, if other Camerooners have been jailed, if other Camerooners have been tortured, if other Camerooners have been massacred and have disappeared for being members of LGBTQ, what should happen to Brenda? What should now happen to Brenda? The law is the law, right? The law is the law, right? Camerooners have been killed for saying they are lesbians. Camerooners have been killed for saying they are gay. Camerooners have been killed for saying they are some form of transgender or cross-dressers. Some have gone to jail. Some have been disappeared. Shouldn't Brenda face the same fate? Shouldn't Brenda pay the same price? Shouldn't the same law apply to Brenda? I'm just asking, right? Mr. Biya has turned the Cameroon presidency into a porn hub. As most of you must have seen, Bienda has shown a lot of videos doing crack, snorting cocaine, smoking what a lot of Camerooners call banga inside the presidency. Now there are videos circulating on social media of Brenda eating another woman's ass. There are pictures of Madame Chantal Biya with another woman holding Madame Chantal's breast. Kissing Madame Biya. So there is a lot going on within the Cameroon presidency. And all of those things are a fallout of Mr. Biya's crimes, are a fallout as signs and symptoms of the decay within the palace, within the presidency. The unhappiness, the misery. The trauma, the confusion that they now have multiple personalities. Psychotic and neurotic. And these are the people that want to come and fight a war with the Amazonian people. These are the people that want to come and occupy and govern Amazonians. Sir, I'm live on ACN and I understand that you people, I understand that you people, I'm live on ACN and I understand that you people may not like the language I'm using. I'm using it intentionally to mock La République. All right, fellow Amazonians, 2 days ago, we began a number 8 day for this month of July for 2024. The colonial dictator of La République, Mr. Biya, he don't come off outside. He write a letter to the Cameroun kangaroo parliament. He tell them, say, Cameroon not get money again, and he ask the parliament make they move the elections them, the may they move 3 out of the 4 elections them would they be supposed to take place for 2025 next year. In short, the next 8 months from now, those elections supposed to take place for February 2025. May they move those elections for 2026, 1 year forward. Mr. Biya talk say the reason na because the Cameroon money no day, na because of money no day, and for talk say for organize 4 elections, the municipal elections, the regional elections, the legislative election, and the presidential election for 1 year. Financially, the country enough fit do one. So that one now a declaration of bankruptcy. When a country enough fit for carry out basic administrative obligations because money no day, that country it don't declare itself bankrupt. This one now, it need to come, not be something where they come out now for the World Bank, not be at the World Bank now they can't tell the people of Cameroon or the international community say Cameroon be bankrupt. The one now not a report where they come out from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, say Cameroon it don't be bankrupt. This one now not been a report where they come out for the African Development Bank, say Cameroon don't be bankrupt. This one not be even a report where they come out for the International Crisis Group or for any of the UN institutions or organizations for toxic Cameroon it don't be bankrupt. This one need to come out now for something where Mr. or Dr. Tapang Ivo it can't tell when I say Cameroon it don't be bankrupt. This one not be a story when I can't tell when I say Cameroon don't be bankrupt. This one not be a report where it even come out from the AGOFC State Department or the Department of Legal or the Department of Justice. Not been a report where they come out for the AGOFC Finance Department as an analysis for can't tell when I say the La République be bankrupt. This one not been even a report where they come out from the office of the leader, from the executive office of the Ambazonia Governing Council or for the office of the leader for can't tell when I say Cameroon don't be bankrupt. This one, it come right from Mr. Biya Sesef to the Cameroon Colonial Parliament. Say the country it now be bankrupt, money no day. So for the country now, it be incapable for carry out basic administrative functions for the state. Mr. Biya, he don't declare Cameroon bankrupt. We be promised Cameroon when Mr. Biya declared this war on our people. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it be promised Cameroon, it promised Mr. Biya, make we review what we be talking about strategy, it go achieve them. When The Ambazonia Governing Council, it lay out the Ambazonia Liberation Strategy. Now the strategy is, number one, self-defense. That strategy, it get three parts. The inside each of those parts, they get small items. The first one, that is strategy of self-defense. Number one, self-defense, besides for protect and for defend our people, them, self-defense, it will achieve the objectives. We go make the Ambazonian territory totally ungovernable for Cameroon occupation. Number two, we go increase the cost for Cameroon for even try or attempt for occupy or talk say one govern Ambazonia. We go increase the cost of occupation massively. Number three, we go our economic sabotage strategy under self-defense. We go stop all economic exploitation. Let me say anything where they give Cameroon money for inside Ambazonia, we go stop them or we destroy them. Last one, we go render the Cameroon state economically and financially bankrupt. Now, only one component of the liberation strategy that today, Mr. Biya, he don't can declare them to the world and to the people of Cameroon, say the Ambazonian Governing Council, the Ambazonian Liberation, the Ambazonian people them, they don't render Cameroon bankrupt as the strategy we talk about. This one, a victory this for the Ambazonian people them. This one, a big victory for what people their sacrifices, their efforts them, for our people them, their belief for their country and their belief for the strategy. This one, a victory for our forces them, where they implement the liberation strategy. For our mami them, where they observe ghost town. For our people them, where they obey lockdowns as economic punishments, as collective economic punishments to the occupier. All gonna efforts them, as the leader be promised the Ambazonian people them, they go amount for send Cameroon bankrupt. Now tell you the implications of this Cameroon bankruptcy. If they no fit finance elections, basic municipal elections, basic regional elections, basic legislative elections, tomorrow I go take una for the political aspect of the implications of what go happen for Cameroon between now and next year. I go tell una the political implications and for una for understand say political opposition parties for Cameroon, they don't be totally dissolved. Tomorrow we'll get that conversation. But first, today make we finish with this one. Make the Ambazonian people them wanna take ownership of this victory. Wanna take ownership of this victory. If they not fit finance elections, you tell me, for their own country, they will come finance na the war. If they not get money for whole elections, now money they will get them for fight Ambazonia. If they not get money for whole elections, now money they will get them for maintain occupation governance. If they not get now money for whole elections, they push election to 2026 because the country be bankrupt. Now money they go get them for maintain their colonial administration for Ambazonia. We tell una say, will be people that get big sense, will be extremely smart. tactically smart, strategically smart, will be a very sophisticated people then. So many ways a day way you feel kill the monster. Now through sense, tactics, strategy, and effective actions. For choke the occupier financially, now one strategy for force them for pack out. Because now for the territory they get the money for run the Cameroun state. Now it be impossible. Now it be impossible because of that strategy. With Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba and the Ambazonia Governing Council, a designer. For life, you fit overcome anything if you get sense. If you be tactical, we fit government, they don't be overthrown. Dictatorship, they don't tumble them down. Empires, they don't crumble. As long as they occupy people, they understand, they get a framework, a set of guiding strategies and actions where they go take and wrap them around the occupier, a foot them, a neck, a chest, a hand, and scatter them. Una cafe there. Ground zero, una cafe there. What forces them across the 13 states, una cafe there up. Now the beginning of the disintegration of Cameroon this. Now the beginning of the chakarization of Cameroon this, or scatterization, anyhow you want to call them. Whether not for scatteram, or not for whether not for chakaram, or not for scatteram. Scatterization and chakarization. Would they achieve them? Would they scatter la République and would they chakala la République? Financially, economically, socially, politically, culturally. Would they wipe them out? So sometimes people know they get the understanding of how it take. Why would they implement certain strategies? Why would they put certain policies in place? Today now, when they see those policies, that they come together for produce the specific, measurable, tangible results where they be now visible, undeniable. All right. Next, Mr. Biya, a pull law, which I want to talk now, the language enough fine for small picking them. So I did tell Papa up front and mommy them, the language I want to use them now, enough fine for small picking them. And which they go show them for TV, enough fine for picking them. I did do them now as a shame to La Republique. So I understand how our people they be very sensitive to for something them. They make a just one up front. I did use na psychological language. Well, then I'm from Mr. Sigmund Freud. All right, as a tactician, right, as a strategic interventionist. Okay, we'll get for use language. So, Mr. Biya, he don't take the Cameroun presidency and he turn him for that for make what they call and say blue movie, what they call and say adored movie. It don't take the Cameroun presidency, it turn them into a place where they make pornography. They make naked movie. Mr. Biya don't take the Cameroun presidency, it turn them into a porn star production studio. The Cameroun presidency don't be at some place where they smoke banger, they take cocaine, they take crack, they take heroin. The Cameroun presidency in a place where now Madame Biya and other women they do all kind of things to themselves. Woman, Madame Biya, they go pay woman, they may come inside the presidency, can't touch it, Bobby, touch it, move all the clothes them, play with it, chop beans. Now, all these things have been go on for a long time. The pikin, it don't grow up for see mommy for that kind of way. For see how Mr. Biya go she don't dey, and then the woman did it with 3 other women them where they not get close, and then they do all kind of things for each other. For in front of Mr. Biya. So the presidency of Cameroon, it don't be now a court. As I be don't tell you now. For become a minister of la République, number 1, man pikin, he must take the new minister, a member of the CPDM political party. We don't be now a minister. When they want appoint a person for be a minister, number 1, you must sign into that court. And another man pikin, he go take man pikin, he put him, he knock him. They go make him for video so that you not ever leave the party. When you want to leave the party, they go use them for shame you not leave the party if you go commit suicide. We get testimony and evidence. Diongute and all the top officials of the Cameroon CPDM party, they get house them when for day they go meet up with other CPDM man them and knock each other. We get evidence of woman them would they be married to these people them, and they leave those people them because those man picking them when are ministers and top members of the CPDM party, they get one house for their family, for their woman, and they're picking them. They get another house when afraid they go do CPDM man-to-man business. And some of these women them, they don't leave this man picking them. They come outside now, they confess them openly. Saying that they live this, they think this way they go on for that country. We don't get about 5 of those cases. 3 of those cases, for the those women, they don't leave this man them, they run, they live for America. 2 of those cases, this woman them, they don't leave that man them, leave their family, run come for Canada. So make una understand the occupation where they do for Amazonia, not be not just an occupation for occupy our people and because they want for economic exploitation. It be beyond that. Now for transfer all these occultic behaviors, where people then when they go church, they call and say satanic behavior, abomination. Now for transfer them to your children, for transfer them to your daughters and to your boys. So una fit understand Why the one that he use violence on our people them? And what did he do with all those occupation beneficiaries of the occupation? Every single Ambazonian, when a member of the CPDM party, we did for the CPDM Central Committee, it did inside this court. Now the Cameroon presidency, it don't become like a place where they make pornography, where they make naked videos, where they take drugs. As all wanna know, Mr. Biya, he put law, say for inside la Republic, man picking enough he follow man picking. Woman enough he follow woman. Man picking enough he wear woman clothes. And woman enough he dress like man picking. And woman enough he talk say he want change for be man picking. And man picking enough he talk say he want change for be woman. If you do them, they go kill you, they go massacre you, they go murder you, they go torture you, they go disappear you, or they put you in jail. So many Camerooners, they don't be killed by the bees, by the gendarme, by the police. Many Camerooners, they don't be brutalized. Some they don't lost their eye them. Some they don't their leg them. They don't beat them so that they scatter their leg them. Some they for jail. Because then they talk say, what Mr. Biya do for inside the presidency, then to the one do for outside. What Madam Biya do for the presidency, for the sleep with other women them and leave other woman, they can't sleep with Madam Biya. The Cameroonese woman then to the talk say then to the one do for outside for inside la Republic. The Cameroonese people them, they talk say, waiting then they see Diongute, he live and make another man picking. He sleep with he. As they see Mr. Biya, other man picking they sleep with he. As they exchange this thing, man to man, woman to woman. The Cameroonese man picking and two, they say they won't no, me too, I want to do that kind of thing. I want staff to do that kind of thing. The Cameroonese woman and two and the Cameroonese girl and two, they talk say me too, I want staff to live that kind of life. Because the president teach we, Madam Biya teach we. Now, the Pekin, Brenda, he grow up for that toxic environment. He grow up like that. Now, when I don't see video, we don't come up for our side. When I don't see many videos, we come up for our side. With Brenda, he take cocaine for inside presidency of the Republic of Cameroon with his friend them. Brenda, the organized party inside the presidency of the Republic of Cameroon, and all them, they smoke crack. All them, they smoke banger. All when I don't see them. So, wait till they talk here. The evidence, the day for online, for everybody, for see them. Because if I could talk with evidence and with facts. So now, Camerooners don't be killed. A lot of Cameroonese girls, they don't be killed. Cameroonese women, they don't be killed. A lot of Cameroonese men, they don't be killed. Cameroonese boys, they don't be killed, tortured, jailed, and disappeared. Because then too, they talk, say they want practice. What Mr. Biya do for the presidency? What Gongo they do for the presidency? What the Regina Mundi they do for the parliament and the Senate? Then too, they talk, say they want to live that kind of life. Because according to them, if they do that kind of thing, then too, they go get money. Now they fictitious and illusionary believes that. Then too, they go get into power. So Mr. Biya, he can't make law. He say woman enough he follow woman for Cameroon. Woman enough he chop woman him up for Cameroon. Woman enough is so woman in Bobby for Cameroun. Okay? Woman enough is chop woman e beans for Cameroun. Man picking enough is sleep woman picking for Cameroun. Man picking off hold man picking in hand for waka for road. Woman off hold woman in hand waka for road. If you be man picking, you know if you dress like woman. You be woman, you know if you dress like man picking. If you be man picking, you know if you can't talk say one change or be woman. If you be woman, you know if you talk say one change or be man picking. So Mr. Biya put law. Say all those things be forbidden for Cameroun. All right. The question we now will get for ask him. Now we video don't come out. Plenty video then they be released deliberately by Brenda. As soon as they see him, Brenda that Brenda Ian he order a man when a woman. Brenda he girlfriend where they chop him up. Plenty video now they do for social media with Brenda here and this he own woman. Brenda na woman. Brenda now get a woman when I own woman. They chop more plenty. They whole Bobby each other a Bobby. Some other video there where Brenda he chop that woman is she ho. Video there where Brenda he chop that woman he beans. And that woman he chop Brenda I own. He there for online when I go find her. Now where all these things they don't come off outside. Mr. Biya go kill Brenda because Mr. Biya kill Cameroonese. Say the practice with Mr. Biya the practice I'm inside the presidency. They go kill Brenda too. They go torture Brenda. They go disappear Brenda. Or Brenda go, they go send Brenda for Kondengi. Because the law is the law, right? And Mr. Biya put the law. Now where Brenda don't come off outside, it can't show now to the Cameroonese people them, wait till they really go on for that presidency. Cameroon not get a presidency. They get a pornographic studio. The Cameroon presidency is a place where they make pornography. A place where they put camera them. They leave a man begin knock man picking, and then they put them for film. They leave a woman begin knock woman, and then they put them for film. Now where Brenda don't come off outside, publicly declare say it be this kind person. Brenda too will go jail. They will disappear Brenda because the law not the law. For we Ambazonians, La République du Cameroun, as all we wanna be Christians and we wanna get morals, we get a society will be upright. While every culture, every country, they get the right of how they want to make their people to live their lives. But Mr. Biya for La République, now he says put the law. The people of La République du Cameroun, they must hold Mr. Biya accountable for all the people that we don't kill him. For all the men that we don't kill him. And all the girls we don't kill him. And all the women that we don't kill him. Because he own picking now, he practice, wait till he go on inside the presidency. All the mommy them, where they don't lost their children because of Mr. Biya, a violence. Now Mr. Biya own picking this. Mr. Biya too must answer for what he picking, he don't put that outside. Now we don't violate their own laws. What need for happen? They get one choice. They leave them. As they don't destroy them economically, they destroy them financially, they destroy them culturally, They destroy them socially. The only thing will remain for them, will they remain are their souls. Mr. Biya, a time don't come to an end in terms of life. He just did it now like a zombie. When I hold Mr. Biya accountable. For the Ambazonian people, then, all these things we want to see them, that they manifest themselves publicly. Now, part of the punishment for Mr. Biya, a war on the Ambazonian people. Then. Now, I don't make them don't become psychotic. They don't become neurotic. They don't become psycho. And they don't lost their minds. Now they don't feel hide their shame anymore. And they go now for live. They don't feel hide what they do in private anymore. Now I don't they carry them now. They send them into this madness. Public madness. Which one are the same? A manifestation of Ambazonia defeat of Cameroun. Now that confusion, now that pain, now that humiliation, now that disgrace. For all the Ambazonia picking away, Mr. Biya don't kill him. And the punishment is. For all the Ambazonia mami them, when Mr. Biya, he born them. Give me a moment. All right. For all the Ambazonia mami them, when Mr. Biya born them alive. He born wa homes, born wa big mami them, born wa big papa them, born wa picking them, born them alive into ashes. But the price is. At the beginning of the price is. Evil, as I don't tell you many times, the evil that men do, it no go live after them. It live with them. The evil that men do, the evil that women do, the evil where people that they do, the crimes that they commit, the human crimes where they commit, the pain where they inflict on our people, the suffering where they impose on our people, the evil where people they do, and they live after them. It they live with them. That evil, it go manifest for all sort of diseases, psychological, emotional, physical, mental diseases. It manifests for all sort of behaviors. Waiting when I see within La République du Cameroun presidency, now a manifestation of the evil where they commit them on the Ambazonian people. Now I don't turn them into this. And I'll be very shocked for sitting inside La République du Cameroun presidency that they practice cannibalism. And I'll be very shocked. So they don't reach the extent where they eat human flesh for inside La République du Cameroun. And I'll be very shocked someday for this. A lot of the people, the gendarmes and the bees that kill them, they end up as meat. So inside La République du Cameroun, for all the parties them with these CPDM people that they do, that they eat and feed on human flesh. That's why they be so barbaric. That's why they be so evil. Because they consider a human being not as a sacred being, a sentient being. They look at a human being as animal for them to consume, as vampires. That's why they be barbarians. That's why they be barbarians. That's why they be so barbaric. Occupation get a price. In this generation, they don't take the responsibility for end Cameroun, the occupation, and the presence for our land. We want to salute the bravery of our forces them across the 13 states and the dedication and defiance of the Ambazonian people. Victory, it come every week. And I don't see what don't happen for the taxis. The change in taxi color. We call on all Ambazonian forces. Make a thank Ambazonian forces for the state of Bui for adopting the change in taxi color. Or when I don't hear the video, the audio message we come out from the Ambazonian forces for the state of Bui, where they don't talk say from the end of this July. That means say they give all taxi people them where their taxis still be in a yellow color, that a true color for taxi. They give all the taxi people them, taxi drivers, taxi owners for the state of Bui, they give them 30 days from the 1st of July till the end of July for change the color of their taxi. From the 1st of August 2024, the yellow taxi color, it will also be banned in the state of Bui. But victory, now so one step at a time, one victory at a time, one policy at a time, one action at a time. When we talk say we go escalate, we de-escalate. The Ambazonian people them, all man, all woman, be ready. Now the last parties of our resistance. Between now and before the one talks, the one hold out the election, place go hot. Between now and the time the one hold out the election, place go hot. Ground zero go boil against La Republique. Every citizen must be ready for play on part. If you never pay a liberation tax for 2024, the first 6 months of the year don't pass, make you pay them before the staff will hold you, make you pay double. Man picking at 10,000, woman at 5,000. If you did for diaspora, you owe yourself a duty and obligation for pay your liberation tax. $100, whether it be man or it be woman, as if you get picking them from the age of 21, they must pay their liberation tax. This one not been as until any person beg you, now a must. For all Ambazonians for diaspora. Now summertime this. There is no Ambazonian, no place, no day where una the whole una come together. Una need the way what cultural clothes and una need the chop what cultural chop. Now that culture you take them outside here as your pride. The land with that culture come out there, that land there under occupation, and it go through a liberation struggle. Una the gather for use our culture as una pride. Celebrate what chop. Una feel so proud of that culture, of that rich culture. I also call on una and all una organizations them for gather una money and start for pay una own liberation tax. Because it will come for a point where any and all organizations and cultural organizations where they not pay their liberation tax and they not stand for the Amazonian people them, make una know say they say on the ground, leverage will be on the ground. Any family on the ground, time go come. If you get picking for abroad, you get family members for abroad. Time go reach where if your family members them for abroad, they not pay their liberation tax. Now on the ground, we must hold them, may they pay their liberation tax. The people on the ground, they get for compel Amazonians. You get family member for diaspora, they never pay their liberation tax. You on the ground, you go bear the responsibility. When I hear what I tell now, if any you get family member for diaspora, they never pay liberation tax. Because now you on the ground, you dey under occupation. Now you on the ground, they kill you. The person who dey for diaspora must pay a liberation tax so that you be free. Now you do the fighting. Now you do the dying. Now you do the suffering. Now you bear the torture. Now you pay the price of the liberation. The person for diaspora must play on part. So if you get family members for diaspora, they never pay their own liberation tax. You for down, you get an obligation for tell them. If they not pay them, they will come hold you for ground zero. Make until you pay them. Now you tell now, time they can't reach with any family we get picking for diaspora. If you are picking for diaspora, never pay liberation tax. You for down there, you go pay that liberation tax. You go pay them for them. My name is Lucas Asso. I'll be the spokesman for Ambazonia Governing Council. We go take very extreme measures for compel every Ambazonian for play on part. Not be not only one mammy them for ground, they will suffer for free the land. And then you come up for diaspora. Who talks say be big man and big woman. You leave them may they fight. You leave them may they die. You leave them may they suffer. You leave them may they die hunger. May they starve. May they go prison. And then when they don't finish or do all the fighting, the dying, the suffering, you come out here, so you know Nyanga. You come out here, so you fine. You come out here, say you know English. You come out here, say you know book. You want go there, go tell them, say you be big man and big woman. For pay $100, it pass you. The time they can't reach way, you go back for pay that $100. And I get a good night. The Lucas Asso, again, a spokesman from Ambazonia Governing Council.
Welcome to ACN.